Welcome back to Ben's Trains. Today, June 30th, 2023, I'm not in the layout room. I'm sitting in 1603. So today is Ale on Rails at the YDHR. So tonight I'm your engineer. We're going to go out for a run. We're going to have, not us, the crew, obviously. We're going to have patrons on board. And we're literally going to have Ale on Rails. A little bit of update from the layout room will be coming in a little bit, probably tomorrow, because tomorrow's Canada Day, and I'll be working on probably trains and spending some time with my wife and family. As I hope that most of you guys will be. I mean, Canada Day, big day for Canada, yeehaw. Everybody have a good time and get the barbecue out and enjoy yourselves. I mean, you know, but from my family to yours, I'd like to wish you guys a very happy Canada Day, and just enjoy yourselves and don't get into trouble. And while you're out there, why don't you get out and play some trains, run some trains, enjoy trains. That's it. Talk to you soon, guys. Stay tuned for a layout update. Bye. Well, from the cab of 1603 into the basement. Happy Canada Day weekend once again to everyone. Welcome back to the layout. So here is the helix that we were working on last month, and we started putting the track down. So we've stopped here because I got to get some more snap track. So everybody has a way to do a helix with flex track, everything else. This is actually a kit that I got from Trackside Scenery. I told them how high I needed it to be and how many loops I wanted it to go around, and they basically built it out of gator board. I actually ordered extra pieces so that I can template and build my own out of foam or whatever I need to add on as I go. It's a nice kit, a little expensive, but he does all the work for you. The only thing I did was replace these so that I can put a nice flat skin on the outside of this, because I want to make this look like Cathedral Mountain. I found, for my preference, I found that Snaptrack is the best way to do this, because I templated this for a 24-inch outside radius and a 22-inch inside radius. So I just get the Snaptrack accordingly, because it keeps a nice curve all the way around and it keeps good continuity through track, because I don't have any feeders on the second level. So anyway, so we're all the way up through there. It flips from a 24 inside to a 22. Sorry, on the outside. Flips to a 22 to go back onto the layout, because I made a boo-boo. But anyway, we make it work and make it run. I've tested it with large locomotives. I had to install this straight piece of track here to allow for the larger locomotives to straighten out and then go around the curve and head out onto the layout. Anyway, so stay tuned as we continue to build on this. Moving on. So I have successfully built the last frame to the layout. So not to mention that I still have a few things to do in the back room there, because I'm going to put a 3-track small staging yard that I can kind of build trains on and send them out onto the layout, and then take them apart and put them away. But anyway, what's happened here is there's a module that I want to use, and I can't use it. I have a whole train built around it. It's not that I can't use it, it's just it does not fit into the layout. So basically, I think I've explained this before, this loop curves into the wall, which worked out well for this space because it actually fits in the nook back there. So the other one that I have curves this way, so it would be out in the door, which is the access to our backyard in this townhouse. I've said this to you before. But anyway, we'll look at the door in a minute because I added something to it. So I basically just rebuilt the module to mirror the bottom one, so it'll basically stack on top. I'm looking for some different solutions because I don't want this visible. So I think I'm going to put some all thread in the corner and drill through the bottom. And then, you know, it might be a little bit nicer, or I'm looking at a few options to stack it on. The wood's just here temporarily so I can get a height. But the nice thing about using all thread is I can adjust it up and down on the all thread until it works. But anyway, yeah, so big milestone here. Basically got everything we needed, finished yesterday. So I have all of the framework finished for the entire layout, except for the storage room. And we picked up some hinges on our adventures the other day. Basically the idea is these come out, they're pins, so the pins slide in and out. Basically the idea is the module that goes here on the lower level, I want to be able to hinge it into the room so that if it's just Keisha and I here and we're just doing everyday stuff, it'll hinge into the room so I don't have to take it off all the time. But then if I have guests here, I'll take them off. I'll just pop the pins and pull them out. This side's not so bad because this is just a storage room for us, but our freezer is in there. So I would like that to hinge away too eventually. Just little things that I'm trying out. It is a very unique space. So you have to go into extremes like this, like I've said before. Build the railway to fit your space. And also too, make it so you can leave. Keisha and I understand that this may not be our forever home. It is a very nice home. We're very fortunate to have it. But I have designed this entire thing to leave. You basically pull the cleats off the wall, fill in the holes, and I painted it like a sky blue. And basically we can get this color again, and basically you just paint over any of the backdrops that I'm going to paint on here. There'll be trees and stuff and clouds and everything on the wall eventually. But yeah, so that's that. So update for the basement. We've installed one of these click screens here. So basically you go through it and then it basically clicks shut. It's kind of nice so that we don't have to open the door. There's Cosmo coming through the door. And it basically always clicks shut again. Just the bottom one doesn't always do it. But anyway, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This makes life a little bit easier for the summer months and the nice weather. It allows air into the basement. This is the access to our backyard in the townhouse. So basically the dogs can go in and out at their own free will, and you don't have to mess around opening and closing the door. And it allows air in and out of the basement. It keeps the bugs out. I wouldn't recommend leaving it open at night because you might find a critter in your basement. But yeah, basically when we go to bed, we close the sliding doors. When we get up, we open the sliding doors as long as we're in the house. So that's it for down here. Stay tuned to see what we got from the Brighton Flea Market way back on June 10th. There's a few things sitting on the desk. And there's a couple small projects I'm working on the desk right now. All right, guys, stay tuned. I'll meet you back at the desk. Okay, everyone, so we're back up here on the desk and in my office. And as you can see, yes, there's a whole pile of eBay stuff that still needs to go out. There's stuff that's come in boxes that I have not had a chance to put away yet. And there's some stuff over there for eBay and some stuff that I haven't had a chance to put away yet. There will be some more eBay stuff coming up on my channel as I'm always watching eBay. Anyway, so way back on June 10th, a good model railroad friend and I decided to go to the Brighton Flea Market. It wasn't a bad little flea market that they had. I've heard it's been bigger in past years. So this is basically what I picked up from there. So let's start with the car. So everyone knows, if you follow my videos, that I'm on a slab side covered hopper kick. So if I can get them from Truline Trains, I will. These things have significantly gone up in price after Atlas took over the tooling for this. I have compared an Atlas one, the exact same Atlas one, and the exact same Truline one side by side. I couldn't notice a difference. People say that Atlas has made some improvements. Either way, it's still the original tooling for the Truline Trains model. Anyway, moving on. I think I'm up to like something like 17 of them now. You'll see why in a minute. Anyway, moving on. So I've been looking for scrap load for my gondolas. I have like a maintenance train of gondolas for CN. And funny enough, the vendor actually had 4 of these. But they were one double, which is here in my hand, and they were 2 singles, and they were priced for all of the exact same price, $5, $5, $5. I said to the guy, I said, here, I'll give you 10 for all of them, considering that this package has 2 in it and the other ones have 1 each. But the vendor said no, so I said, well, either way, I'll just take the single, or I'll take the double, because you get more bang for your buck. So I ended up winning in the end. Anyway, that's the load. Then there was a gentleman there that was doing some 3D printing, so I ended up picking up 3 bulldozers, 1 in each size. I'm an equipment mechanic for a rental company, and I don't work on anything that big like the one on the right, but I work on like stuff this, like on the left-hand side. I get into this every so often. We do have 1 or 2 of them in the fleet, and sometimes I get to work on it. But anyway, and then I got, so that was $20 for the 3, not so bad. And then the wrecked cars that are here on the back side. Yeah, so I got those for like $5 for the 3. Not bad at all. They'll go in a spot on the layout somewhere eventually. But no animals. This guy wasn't doing animals like Bernard from Mini Prints. He was just focusing on like automobiles and everything else. Other than that, this is the second time that I'm actually shooting this portion of the segment, because after I filmed all the segments, the leftover segments for this, I ended up going to my friend's house and picking up the car that I won from him on eBay. So this one is becoming extremely hard to find. This is the Canadian National Wagon Scale Test Car Kit, or Test Car, sorry. They use these to test the scales on. You still see a few of them around today. They don't necessarily look like this, but they look like, oops, they look like this now. So this is just one that I got from an estate sale. But anyway, this is what they look like now. Anyway, so, and then this is, if I didn't wreck it, which I broke something else, but that's okay, I can fix it. So, anyway, and this is the piece de la resistance. My buddy was at a train show that I wasn't able to attend, and he ended up picking up a York Durham Heritage 3612. This locomotive is actually on the tracks at the YDHR. However, it's undergoing some electrical work, so we're not actually able to use it at this point. I have never been behind the control stand on this one. But yeah, so now I have my own. And then you see some of the projects that I'm working on. You see eBay in the background, always following eBay. This is one of the mechanical reefer cars in the back. I am using graffiti decals. I've weathered it up a little bit. I've dulled it down with a pan pastel, and I basically sealed it in as I went for each layer. I don't have a steady enough hand to freehand graffiti at this point yet. But there is a gentleman out there named Tim, and he's making a pretty good run at it. He's done a few cars for me. His channels, They Make It Like That, on YouTube, and he does a pretty good job at it. Like I said, he's done a few for me. I'm looking to send a few more his way. for that. But anyway, other than the little boo-boo I did while I was there, you can see the seat cover on the bottom there. I'll have to fix it. Nothing the little glue can't fix, because my big fat hands knocked that over. But other than that, that's everything that I've gotten from Brighton to today, picking up the stuff that I need and some projects that I'm working on. So anyway, stay tuned for what's to come next for the end of the month. I'm going to try and get another one out. Always got YouTube on in the background. Yeah, just stay tuned for what's going to come soon. We'll try to get some layout updates for you guys. I'll see if I can get a tour of 1603 at some point. So anyway, from the cab of 1603 to the layout to now my desk, I would like to wish everyone, well, I hope everyone had a very good Canada Day. And I'd like to wish my American friends and family a very happy and safe 4th of July. And yeah, just get out there and enjoy. Enjoy model trains. Enjoy trains in general. Enjoy being with your family. Just be safe about it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.